Hello friends, welcome to this video session of refrigeration and air conditioning. Today we are going to learn effective room latent heat gain. My name is Mr. S.V. Kumbar, Assistant Professor, Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Yadra, Ichalkaranchi. So first we will study indoor design conditions which are required to design air conditioning system for any particular room, auditorium, theater, etc. So basic design parameters while designing air conditioning is air temperature. Generally, comfort temperature range falls in between 22 to 26 degrees centigrade, but this air temperature is dependent on different region. For example, in case of tropical region, this air temperature requirement or that comfort zone may be different. In pole side, it may be different. On the line of Cancer, it may be different. Second important parameter is air velocity. Generally for comfort air conditioning purpose, we require 0.25 meter per second air velocity, which can be easily obtained with the help of either fan or blower and duct system. Relative humidity. Generally, 40% relative humidity can be considered as for comfort purpose, but that relative humidity falls in between 30 to 70%. This data is taken from ASHRAE 55 2004 comfort zone. So indoor design condition. First one, indoor air quality. The room which is to be conditioned, air quality has to be considered. For example, for domestic air conditioning, air quality is different. For industrial air conditioning, it may be different. So the contaminant which are present inside room, that has to be considered while designing air conditioning, because it has to be removed in by using filter, air cleaning. So as I said, so the basic purpose of air conditioning system is to provide clean air. For that purpose, we use air filter. So when air filter is fitted, the contaminant which are present, that is dust, etc., it has to be removed from air. Acoustic requirement, that is another design consideration while designing air conditioning from indoor design conditions. Pressurization requirement, outdoor design condition, whether data required for load calculation, temperature and humidity outside room. Very similar to indoor condition, outdoor air condition, temperature and humidity throughout the year has to be considered. Wind speed, sky clearness, ground reflectance, etc. should be considered while designing air conditioning. Design outdoor condition data can be found in ASHRAE Fundamental Handbook, and these data, that is ASHRAE Fundamental 2001 data, gives one example is given. One station Miri in Malaysia. So cooling dry bulb temperature and mean wet bulb temperature is given here, 0.4%, 1% and 2%. That 0.4%, the dry bulb temperature can be considered as 32.2 degrees centigrade. 1% 31.8 and 2% 31.4. Similarly, mean wet bulb temperature 26.3, 26.3 and 26.2 degree centigrade. So some terminologies. So first terminology is space. So space is nothing but it is a volume without partition or group of rooms. For example, if you want to design air conditioning for hotel, so a space can be considered as a volume without partition or a group of rooms. If it is a auditorium or theater, it can be considered as a whole area to be conditioned. Second, room. A room is an enclosed space which is to be conditioned. For example, in case of hotel, separate enclosed space can be considered as room. Zone. A space having similar operating characteristic can be considered as zone. Heat gain. Space heat gain. The instantaneous rate at which heat enters into, out of, or generated within a space is called as space heat gain. And the components of heat gains are sensible heat gain and latent heat gain. Generally, this heat gain can be considered as convective or radiative. Few examples are given here. Solar radiation with internal shading, 42% convective heat gain can be considered, and 58% radiative heat gain from solar radiation can be considered. If you use fluorescent light, in earlier days we were using fluorescent light, 50% convective and 50% radiative heat gain can be considered. People, here 67% convective heat and 33% radiative heat loss can be considered. An external wall, 40% convective and 60% radiative heat gain can be considered. So an example, typical example is given here. So this is the space which is to be conditioned, and here there are so many factors we have to consider while designing air conditioning. First one, solar radiation. Generally we receive heat energy from solar radiation in the form of solar radiation as well as convective heat losses. So solar radiation directly falls inside room, and this room air gets heated. Similarly, conductive heat gain, as wall is made up of brick, either cement concrete block or clay block, so heat is conducted from outside to inside. Again, the room temperature increases. Generally we use electrical lighting. So electrical lighting emits radiation, again it gets heated. We use electronic appliances like computer or other electronic appliances, again it radiates some amount of heat. Occupant, generally heat is released from occupant by metabolic rate, so that heat is directly liberated into the room. So depending upon number of occupants, the heat which is liberated from this occupant is calculated. Again, this occupant radiates how much amount of heat, it has to be decided on his physical behavior. Generally we have to open and close either door or window. So whenever window or door is open, so some outside air gets mixed with inside, so that is nothing but infiltration. That hot air gets mixed with room air, again that loss has to be considered. These are the sources of heat gain. Cooling load, space cooling load. The rate at which heat must be removed from a space to maintain air temperature and humidity at a design value is known as space cooling load. Cooling load differs from the heat gain due to delay effect of conversion of radiant energy into heat, thermal storage lag. Remember, heat gain will not be equal to cooling load. So these are the components. So instantaneous heat gain is nothing but instantaneous cooling load, which is again converted into heat extraction by equipment. This is the convective component. And furnishing structure, variable heat storage, it may be convective with the delay time, again it is sent to instantaneous cooling load. and it has to be extracted by equipment. Extraction rate. So first point, space heat extraction rate. The actual heat removal rate by the cooling equipment from the space is known as space heat extraction rate. So generally heat is removed and that rate is known as heat extraction rate, and this heat extraction rate is equal to cooling load when the space conditions are constant, which is rarely true. The principal terms of heat gain or losses are indicated as here. This is the space to be conditioned and different parameters has to be considered. First one is the load. Load means heat supplied or removed by heating, ventilation and air conditioning equipment. Generally, load means the parameters that we had studied in heat gain. So generally we receive heat energy from solar radiation almost in all the forms, conduction, convection, radiation. So because of which air gets heated. Second, conduction of heat through roof, wall and glazing. That heat has to be removed. Conduction through ground. Solar radiation. Peoples which are present in the space to be conditioned. Now remember, if air conditioning system is designed for 100 people and if 150 people are present, so generally load increases, right? So the people which are having more number of, in that case heat load is increased. Equipments and its sensible heat and latent heat. Generally we require electronic equipments at home, bulbs, fans, tube lights, etc. So that heat has to be considered while designing air conditioning system. Then lights, air exchange, that is infiltration, and by considering this sensible heat and latent heat, we have to design air conditioning system. So for this video lecture we stop here. Thank you very much.